Yo, Bobby, this one's for you, bud. You were asking what I thought about SOFI and Hood right now. So let's look at the charts. I got this box back here on Hood. It's broken down below it a little bit. It's actually closed below it. I see some pretty seriously strong support. I mean, yeah, seriously strong support. It 2 times, which is a decent support strength anyhow, right here at the 95 area. And then it also puts us pretty much right at the 200-day moving average at 95. Wood's held up pretty well for the most part during this, and then it's come down, but it's below its 50. And if it doesn't hold its 200, that's where I'm going to get a little worried. Um, it's still a good place to start nibbling, especially for a long-term investor like yourself. That's actually a little bit more than a nibble. I mean, we're down 60%. Yeah, we were over $150, 153. So we're down dang near 50% from highs. Not 50%. What is that? 30? Oh, I'm sorry. I can tell you. Huh. Anyhow, from the high to where we are, 30%. So it's had a 31% drop, which is pretty significant. It could still come down lower. We don't know what the heck this market's going to do. Fear and greed. Let me check it out, Bobby. Fear and greed for the stock market right now is showing 18. So, 6. It's at a 6. We're basically where we were in April. This is ridiculous. There's absolutely no reason for us to be this low. Crypto's at 15. There's no reason for us to be at a 6 in fear. That's stupid. With this crazy of good earnings, everything's a buy. I'm telling you right now, I don't give a crap. Yes, if we do fall below $95, hold on to your back up, but we are going to be in a free fall. We're going to be in a free fall into its next major level of old resistance, which is going to be about $70. Now we could catch somewhere between 70 and 95, but that's where I see the strongest level of support right there around 65, $70. So that's my worst case scenario right now for Hood. I don't want to scare you, but that's probably not going to come down. RSI is pretty ridiculously low on the daily chart. It's only been lower back in August of 24. That was the crash back in March, April, and we're lower than that now. I mean, Robinhood's come into oversold several times. So we're trending upward. MACD hasn't crossed over yet on the daily. It's still in a cross under. It's still in a bearish movement. So we possibly are still coming down, but we know that this market can change quickly. Let's see what the weekly's doing. The weekly just hit a cross under. The weekly is literally just about to cross under the 5 under the 13, and we have an official cross under on the weekly, which is a bearish move. So I think it's coming down into the 90s. I think it's coming down in the 90s unless something changes. Like I said, 65.70 is the low. We see it there. We're at an absolute market bottom. Sell your daggone house, sell your wife, sell everything, and buy stock. But right now, I'm still using caution because all the charts are still bearish. But yeah, so I like it. I like it here. I like it at 100. I like it at the psychological levels, 100, 95, 90. I really like it there. I think if you put money in then, you're definitely not going to be upset. Put money in now, you're not going to be upset. But you might have to hold through some downside. But don't miss out on the play just because we might have some downside coming. You know how to do this. You got your stack, definitely 25% of whatever you want to put in right now. For sure, because we could bottom right here. We could bottom right here. Fear is ridiculous. But I think it's going to come down a little lower. So Me personally, yeah, I'd throw my old stack in the 90s. And if we do come down lower, come on, there's nothing that's like we're gonna do that. There's nothing that's saying we're gonna do that. And then as for SoFi, non-financial advice, Bobby. We broke out of the MACD or the RSI here, so that's a little lower, but it's still holding at that same support. That's coming down. We're in a downtrend for sure. We have been since November 12th, 13th. The 5 crossed the 13 almost the exact same time, and we're below the 50. And now we're at a very crucial level. The 5 is below the 50, which is bearish. The 13 is about to cross the 50, which is very bearish. That happens, we're coming down even lower. Let's check and see what the weekly's doing. Same thing, it's starting to curl. It actually curled here. We're in a downtrend confirmed on the weekly. We haven't confirmed on the 5 and the 13 yet, but if we do in the next candle, yikes. But we're still in that extreme fear. And SoFi's fundamentals are wonderful. So one way or the other, this is going to be temporary. I think there's very little chance that we go into a bear market from here. It doesn't make any sense. I personally don't think that SoFi is going to pop out of the 20s just because of the insanely good fundamentals. Right here, we got some decent support right there at 20, between 20 and 22. 20 and 21, I think, is a low. Consolidation is support, and then we can come back here. If we fail at 20, we could fall all the way down to 18. And actually, with 18 being like old resistance back then, pretty much right there at that 1718 level, 1750. I think that 18 is the floor for SoFi with its new whatever. I mean, obviously, that markets can come down quick and hard and fast. So do I. But right now, anything below 25 is a steal for SoFi fundamentally. On the charts, if we don't hold this very spot, we are probably coming down to the low 20s. So now, good time to buy. We're pretty close to the 200. The 200's at 21. So you find this thing in the low 20s, you have my full blessing to put as much money into this as you want because we're most likely coming back into 30 pretty quickly. SoFi's fundamentals have gotten astronomically better, and they're the first national bank to allow crypto trading through your bank account. Well, to allow crypto trading, period. They're insane. They're a wonderful company, and they've been just getting better and better and better and better. But the charts still look like crap. Use caution. But like I said, 20 to 22, great buy. 18's probably your next stop. We drop below 18. We got real big problems in the overall market. But yeah, 25, 22, 20, 18. Those are your levels on SoFi. And then I think it was the same thing on Hood. Not the same levels, but where it's at, 100, 95, 90, and then 70. That's what I'm seeing. But like I said, it's fallen pretty good. 30% drop in a stock. That's pretty good. I like it. I also told somebody else not to buy at 120. But yeah, you want the best possible entry, 95. Because I know you like to just scrounge every daggone penny. But yeah, It gets in the 90s. Yeah, you're good. You buy it. Definitely buy it. All right, Bobby. That's what I got for you. Yeah, SoFi and Hood.